Hi everyone, we are starting. Today I'm Andrii Krravets, one professional. Um, I will comment today Club Championnat de France des Clubs. It's a club tournament in France. Today I will comment two games of the top boards. Right now I will tell you a bit information about how does it work, who is playing, and what is the system here. It's a usual team tournament. I will switch to the table. It will be 4 rounds. In the end, it's elimination with 16 teams. The teams are like not all the teams are really strong. There is like really strong teams, but some of them are weaker. But in the end, if you have enough luck, everything can happen. Or in a lot of teams, there's a lot of down players. But of course, there is like last few years, I think, last years, there was the champions, like usually it's Grenoble, but last year Marseille won in a final by half a point in final games. So this is like super intense, and this is the two strongest teams. In fact, I think so far they didn't lose even a round. They win everything, and up to semi-final. Like it's a team tournament. There is 5 boards. In each team there is 5 players. So you can see this is like a pairing, 5 people, from strongest to weakest. And in order to win, you need to go to 3-2. Also, I think here is used French rules, and in French rules it's pretty difficult to make a draw. So I don't think that can be like 2.5 and 2.5. I was thinking probably it's possible, but rarely, I guess. I think almost in all rules you can make a draw with some double or triple call. But yeah, in the end, it's really interesting who will manage to become the champion this time. Now it's semi-final, so I think till the end of the day we will know about it. I will show you a bit about the teams. So here, maybe like this. This is first of all the sum of rating of, like on the right, you can see the sum of rating of the teams. And so far, by rating, there is 3 strongest teams: Grenoble, Marseille, Jussieu, and Rouen. And well, by rating also there is Aligre, also is pretty strong, but I think and Lyon. But these two teams already were eliminated from top 4. The rating is not really tells you the complete strengths of the team, because sometimes not all clubs have a lot of non-players. It's rarely if you have 5. Sometimes you have 4 pretty strong boards, and then one board is a bit weaker, so the total rating of the team drops a bit. This happens time to time. And in the end, I want to show you, well, this is just rating of the participants. If you check this, you can see that most of them are like from Grenoble, like top, I don't know, out of top 10, most of them like out of Grenoble and Marseille. These two teams most likely to clash to fight in a final, but you know, everything can happen. Right now it's semi-final, and I will broadcast 2 games. It's Lucas Neirynck against Juan Insong, and Remadra Sofiane against Benjamin Dragonese. And I feel that maybe, like for Rouen, it would be really, really difficult to manage to overcome Marseille, because just in each board the ranks are like 3 dans difference, and 3 dans difference, I mean, I can imagine that one board can lose maybe 2, but 3 is really impossible. But with Jussieu against Grenoble, there is some theoretical chance, because sometimes 3 dan can beat 4 dan, sometimes 2 dan can beat 3 dan. And yeah, and then you need to hope that 6 dan, I don't know, have some miracle game against 8 dan, which is difficult. 4 against 7, same difficult, maybe more difficult. And 4 against 8, 4 against 6, I mean, everything can happen, but yeah, of course, Grenoble is a huge favorite, but this would be more interesting from the team point of view. Anyway, we will check just 2 games. Let's move to that. Yeah. So, system change. Well, if you have elimination, it's like strange to have to have a 2-2 situation. You need maybe to have to just change the format, but with this format, like it's if you have around 16 teams, this format looks pretty good. Yeah. And yeah, there is some information chat. Well, I also feel like that in fact maybe Jussieu can fight a bit against Grenoble. I don't know. It's really depends a lot if Lucas can show some maybe really good game against Juan, maybe win. Juan in Sion is pretty strong, but I'm pretty sure that Lucas is more active player. And sometimes when you don't play a lot, you know, especially on a real board, everything can happen. Like it's, let's say, unlikely, because there's a huge difference by rating, but you know, sometimes 6 dan can show really good game. Like I think Lucas can play sometimes like pretty strong, like 7 dan, and everything can happen in that case. Yeah. So let's see the game. So far I think we are, this is the position. You can see the positions of both games of board 1 on the left corner, and I will just think a bit about the situation here. Okay, this looks like the game looks complicated, and I don't know whom I like, to be honest. In general, I like this game. I would play as white as black. I don't think it really matters. Like I think game is super close at the moment. Yeah, there's the question about, is Lucas is a student of Juan, so does it mean that Juan has an advantage thanks to it? Well, I play with my students, and I know that yes, you have a huge advantage. For example, as a teacher, you know a lot of Joseki, but you cannot really know all. That's like impossible. And let's say students, they show you their games and they show which Joseki they know the best. And then when you play, even as like solid game, you can just avoid the Joseki where your student is the best. Just play Tenuki and something like this. And yeah, that gives you some advantage. Like, yeah. Isn't the other player? Oh, maybe. That's my bad. I will do it like this. Thank you. Thank you. That's true. Yeah. So about the teaching. It's really helps, but also, you know, it's not only about Joseki, it's like small advantage. Maybe also you know the strong and weak parts, but in the end, I think in this kind of situation, everyone really knows the weak part and strong part of each other. I to be honest, maybe I don't know how strong is Juan Min. I played him only one time, I think, in my life, and it was so long time ago. I think it's like, I don't know, 15 years ago, and I was at that point 5 down. It was long time ago. And I don't know, during this long period of time, the style changed a lot, so you need to really think how he's playing. But I think Lucas also should know, because he's a student, probably they play each other, so in this case, I think maybe slight advantage for Juan. Okay, let's come back a bit to the game. They played some kind of moves. It's only 55. He lost only to 5 European players according to. At that point, I remember my game against Juan. I was close to win, but I was 5 down. And it's not I was close. I had a chance, and it was like kind of fighting. Maybe I could kill him. It's 5 down is close to impossible. Yesterday he really struggled against I think I saw some games of Grigori Tomaso. I think he can play really strong. So yeah, especially nowadays it depends a lot how active you are. If you play a lot of tournaments, you know a lot of AI Josekis, you review a lot with AI, and in the end I think that gives like huge boost for the people who are active and who are not really. I think Juan is not playing that many tournaments. I don't know. I see him maybe once per year around. And that's, in this case, you can struggle a bit in the opening. But also, Juan learned Go in Korea, and Korea is like famous for endgame. So yeah, in endgame, also usually stronger players. It's like for you, it felt like maybe it was difficult, but most of the times it just you just keep it even till endgame, and you know that in endgame you can manage it. Yeah. Okay. We will see. You know, about this, I would also be, how to say, excited if he would play in all tournaments. Right now, I think, um, there is some Korean players, but you know, Hwang Seong's already in Europe for like long time, and it's already, I don't know. For example, I would be interested to play a lot because I played him when I was super young. And now to play him now, I feel like it would be like another challenge for me. I would really like to play, would like to win. So I think it would be interesting for everyone. Yeah. But again, you need to practice a lot. Like, it's really hard to jump out of teaching games. Like, I know by myself, if I don't play against even opponents for a long time, my level drops. And then I start to become upset and try to play a lot. And then at some point, like months, two of the playing, and then you play in a really good level like before. Yeah. But here, I think so far, game is super even. Also, one thing about the playing against three dans, sometimes you don't really want to spend that much energy, and the position can go really not in a good direction. That happens also. But yeah, and here I think he's still huge favorite. Like I would go maybe 90% for the victory of Juan Inseon and like 10% for Lucas. I think this would be like decent chances, which is probably even better than if I would play against Lucas. Probably I would have less chances. It's just by rating, he has a huge rating. He has everything can happen, but I think difference is pretty big still by knowledge, by different things. Okay. Wait, that was not the game. Would be weird if they start on the side. Okay. I mean, this is a Joseki. White could play maybe came off, but it's nothing wrong with the jump. Here there is another interesting question. What to do with this stone? And I think in this position it's a bit better to go closer. And in this case, white doesn't really have that good continuation. Maybe white have to sacrifice the stone. Then the position would be a bit more simple. I prefer this one. But also, I don't know what is the plan for Lucas. I think here it's not like L3 is wrong or something, or K4 is wrong. At this point, the idea to play pincer is super correct somewhere, like here. It's not really important which move you play, just afterwards. Afterwards, I feel that your plan for the game should be a bit different. And in this case, you can also play here, but then you will focus less on attack, maybe, but more on points or building a base, which is also okay. This one is more like a, I don't know, flying one. And it feels like when you play like this, the position would be super unclear. And maybe this is the plan. Right now, it's just move on the force line, give you nothing. But also it forces white to run somewhere here. So I think maybe he wants... I think this is the plan for Lucas to make this game super complicated. Hi everyone in the chat. Thanks a lot for announcement. And here we have, I think it's elephant jump, like A. I usually am not fan of this move, but in this case, I think even in some books, in this situation, this is a Joseki move. I don't know if it works near the wall. I would for sure consider some cut, how strong it is on the cut, but if we try to, it feels like it's always hard to play Hane because of them cuts. So you need to extend, and at some point it looks like whites really start to attack the leg. So maybe at this point cut is a bit too much. Well, if you cannot push from below, cut also looks like white would be super happy about that. So I guess there is no other options like go to just push to upstairs, yeah. So this way makes a lot of sense. This looks like a decent sequence, and I think if black have to play like this looks like more like a Josek. It's probably even. That makes like this move by itself has a lot of problems, but just particularly in this situation it looks okay, because A and B eventually doesn't work, and black doesn't have a good way to punish this kind of bad shape. And then after a few moves, white can also reinforce with O5. Yeah, that's good. This is also pretty okay shape. I don't know, maybe you can consider to push here. I like to push in a way that if white would, let's say, answer, then maybe you can put way more pressure on this group. Like, yeah, you give up a bit more points, but in the end, it feels like that you really get a lot in like initiative. You can get, maybe white will struggle with leaving, like white will make bad exchanges or something like this, and then you can put some pressure afterwards to the corner. So this is the idea. This way is more like a soft one, like white doesn't have to answer. Also, if you decide to jump now black shape overall looks a bit more promising, I would say. Okay, this jump is good. Yeah, this one also looks nice. Very often I see that you don't answer here. Also, I would consider to answer maybe if there would be some street in cut in a A. But overall, there is you cannot do at the moment anything. I think you need some stone on the third line somewhere, and then the cut will work. And so far you don't have it, so you don't really need to extend at the moment. So I like the idea of playing on the side. If white would make a tiger mouse, it's a bit slow. Like it was strong corner, now it becomes stronger. That's like nice, but it's also slow. Black can take another big point, and I think like this black would be happy. Okay, this one. In fact, I don't think it matters much which one you play. A, B. I like B a bit more because this is more standard shape, I guess. If you play like this, later this is respace extension. If you play like this, maybe you have less, you feel like playing d5 a bit less in future. Like you don't really want to play it. You want to stick more to the top, which is also possible. Just you need to forget about d5 for a longer period of time. Okay, this this was weird moves by me. Came out. Looks interesting. I think I would just probably take the corner at this moment. But I guess he is really, Huang is really afraid of something here. And maybe this is, maybe something is really working. Something like this might be. And there is no answer. Like we would play here, here. That looks difficult. I mean, I don't know if in reality it's as bad as it looks. Maybe there is some miracle sequence, but overall I agree that it's good to answer. And then now you need to think which answer to use. There is, you can use A, which is more like kind of close to neutral points. Like you add few points, but if black would play there, there is no points. So it's not as interesting. So I like this schema. This schema makes a lot of sense. In some even, you can hope that it's center. It has some follow-up, so looks pretty good. Okay, pincer. This already looks like super interesting move, and it leads to a really complicated things. Now, if Juan can play this kind of moves, I don't know if he studied this or not, but I like to play this kind of moves with studying it. Because there is too many, nowadays, if you don't study this kind of move, there is a big chance that someone who studied this with AI can go with the super crazy variations. For example, I remember I saw something like this. And I think I played it once at some point. And if you, it looks like really strange move, but somehow there is so many variations that you need to look for here. So you need to already, or to play something more simple, or to be careful with this kind of move, or try to go with a compromise one. Okay. I think you at this point, like this is a Joseki, but I like way more when stone is at B than instead of A. Reason for that even now you really want to answer an additional move, and white position is kind of stronger, but for example, if you have it like this, then I really prefer this one. This just give you more points. But in fact, it's very similar one, so we will see. And black decided to immediately attack, which is probably good. So if we cut now, white would go up, and now we cannot really rescue the stone, so we need to play this, and white will cut cutting stone in center. That's not good for black, so we cannot really cut at the moment. We need to do something else. Probably just run. Not much you can do. Maybe cut. This might be interesting if it works. Like, it's hard for me to play like this. Like, really, really hard. I feel that now black cuts the stone at g5, g16, and it's like useless stone. And now you can get the Ponuki, or not Ponuki, you can get connection, but in the end black is happy to destroy white shape in this such way. So I think you have to block, and then you can turn. And this one looks kind of dangerous. I don't know what is the status of this. It looks like it can be okay for black. Because corner is not, like, corner will not die, but you have some center moves against corner, and yeah, you will push a few times, play Keima, and something like this. Kosumi. I'm not even sure. It looks, probably it's okay for both, I guess. Also, maybe black can get this one. Then the white shape is not so good. Looks interesting, in fact. I would definitely consider this, especially if my plan is to fight. I think this way I would really try to do some, like, this one is more a simple one. And I feel like Lucas' aim is really to fight in this game. Yeah, and Juan Inson just immediately defend, and now, yeah. Now I think black got a lot the chance to make the game way more complicated. By the way, if the game is not more complicated, it doesn't mean that black is bad. I think black is okay. Maybe, I don't know, maybe now you can consider to play something like this, but I can understand also playing k15 and giving up the corner. You have a lot of potential afterwards to do something. Well, this one is center, so maybe it's a hard question, but I think I would take the corner this time, because anyway you cannot cut, you cannot use the problems. Like, I mean, this is center, yes. After this, if white would play, then you can cut. So I don't think really we need to exchange anything like this as white. And now white have all alive groups, need to take the corner. It's pretty good. This move I don't understand clearly. Like, now, situation is not like black is stronger everywhere, but by points black is behind by a lot, so black needs to do something about it. What to do? That's a good question, and to be honest, I don't know. Maybe try to attack this kind of group, but that's not easy. Like, try to do something. Maybe I would consider to cut to just get more points, but I don't know how good it is. Like, cut, it's still, there is still Agi in the bottom, so maybe it would be like this and like this. This looks like some kind of sequence where you get some points. It looks okay. This way you just destroy that sequence where you can get points. And now you also lose, well, this shape is weird. I think here you should play this way. Like, there is some cut, but I don't really believe in this kind of cuts. You can just play something simple. It's not for, like, even if you would play like this, it's not good for black. Just everything is destroyed, you get a lot of maybe like this or so. You get a lot of points. I'm not sure you even need to play. Maybe you can just try to limit it from other side. Also pretty good. But this is the idea, and this way you take the liberty, but shape. Like now you have to defend, maybe with this one, probably. Or like, let's say we defend like this, I guess, here. And then you have to take the liberty. I feel like this is the correct shape. Maybe you can use it a bit later, but you cannot play Keima. If you play Keima, that would be a bit awkward situation. Okay. This is good move, because it's like, now we check how black would react. I think problem with this move that black would anyway react like this, I guess, in any situation, even afterwards. So even if you play here, I think even in this situation we react this way, so it doesn't really help much. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so white solved the problem with the shape, but from black point of view, I don't think this is like a huge success anyway. I feel like just starting from this move, this combination, yeah, white shape maybe is a bit ugly, but in the end, white didn't really allow black to build extra points. And this way, I feel that I have a feeling that black is still behind by points and need to do something. And the board becomes really small. Maybe now you need to just jump and try to make a bigger moyo. Okay, just an exchange. Black is trying to attack. That's like an option. Just here, there is one downside of this option, that you with A you don't really build points. It's like not giving you maybe 2-3 points, but it's like more like all-in option, you know, like we attack, we try to gain something, but we start with really weak move from the beginning, and that's why I don't like it. I feel like it's better to leave it alone, jump here, or maybe even try to play something like this to get to make the top area wider. And I don't think like that white really aiming to play here. That's not a lot of points at all. And then you can consider to get maybe something extra and hope to make it close game afterwards. Okay. It's good exchanges. Here there is interesting option. Like, in theory, you want to get maybe this. This is for sure better. And if white will try to capture, it feels like it doesn't work. Because, yeah, you just kind of defend the problem in center. I don't think this is the aim. And I think this is better. I'm just thinking about that. Maybe you can play like this. And yeah, it feels that you lose points. But in the end, anytime you will get this, and most likely also this. And by points, it's very similar, I think. So you don't really need to give up the extension. I mean, this way, I don't see the follow-up. We can still connect. There is no point to cut if white can still connect. Or maybe the idea is that we cut somehow, like this, and this. Okay, so at the moment, it doesn't work. But if white would play here, let's say some Kosumi, it already feels like that it works. You can even reinforce here. That it's always easier to run away when you have like backup connection. Something goes wrong, you have a backup connection, and everything looks nice. Yeah, something like this. I feel like at this point, white feels comfortable. Like maybe I don't know the difference. I think I would most likely would play here, but I think the difference by points is not big. Maybe white is ahead by Komi, but game is so dry that this Komi you are just even you don't know where really to get it. It feels like you need to fight for each point, and then this Komi sometimes the game you are losing by 10 and it doesn't matter. But I think in this case game it's like Komi and it's you're really struggling to find any extra points. So I think here, like already Juan has a decent lead. But maybe this kind of move, which are, I would say, maybe a bit overplayed, like combo like this, you lose more points. But you make the game a bit more loose. And in the end, you can hope that white will make mistakes somewhere. So I think from that point of view, maybe from risk management, this is okay. And also, again, going with Juan on to endgame, I guess this is not what Lucas Neirynck's plan. So he wants to make the situation more, I would say, clear or somehow before the endgame. This attach. The first idea I want to cut. Maybe something like this, even. Yeah, that's what I mean about the complicated one. Like this, maybe here. Yeah, maybe cut is too much. If we play like this would be the first option which I would consider, but there is a cut, and I guess this semi you never win. And the other options, maybe it's also okay to just play like this. Then your shape by itself, the connection works pretty well. So I think here just retreating would be correct. And then you can still cut with the Kosumi. So most likely white still need to end a move. And then you can still put some pressure on white. This is not as easy. Like this exchange by itself, I don't know if it gives something for white. It feels like it just makes it a bit heavier. In this case, you also lose something. I feel like the correct one, in fact, was here. I think this is the correct move. I didn't see it, but it was clear that this kind of situation, white can maybe build a nice shape, almost a live shape. And then, I don't know, maybe just jump. Here also, from downside, you also give some eye space for black. So maybe too much. Difficult to say. But I think if you play like this, yeah, this way is better. I'm just wondering, now I'm just watching how white can use the move at A. For example, maybe it's good just to answer at the moment. And then if black would go really crazy, we consider something like this. And then, let's say, try to use this cut. But it's like, at the moment you cannot cut, you have to get something else. In fact, you get just one extra move. Not really much. So not so easy to use it. So maybe this attach is good. And this is the last move that, yeah, so Lucas answered. It makes pretty good connection here. Now there is no Agi, so that's why I'm kind of happy to answer. And also the other problem is this cut. This cut is a problem now. Like before you could connect somehow. Now we can just cut it in an ugly way, but it works. Something like this. And there is no move to connect everything. I think at this point white have to play Kosumi or maybe this one. Something like this. I think with this combo, it feels like that Lucas managed to make the game more complicated. I think it worked out well. In the end, I would still prefer this one because it just gives you better shape. And now this looks more powerful. But, I mean, even like this, it works pretty okay. Just white have some connections, so yeah. I think just this attach was probably, like, this one was wrong. White should just play here. This, and maybe just jump. Like, this looks like the easy way. And if black wants to connect, it doesn't really matter at all. Just by itself, white have more points, white can even jump one more time. So even if black will connect now, like this cut by itself, you don't need to cut, you can just maybe use it in some way later. Maybe you can just jump now, for example. It doesn't matter. Just leave this weakness of black shape to be sure that your group is alive. I think this should be the thinking for white because white have 4 corners, no points in center. I think this looks good. Now we have really interesting. I think the second part of this game would be super interesting. Okay. This is this. I think the correct one would be here. This is the shape move. There is no good answer. I don't think you can answer like this. So you would answer most likely like here, and then by itself shape is bad. But you can just continue to chase this group. I think this is the, I would say, more exact sequence. Now white is happy to just settle the shape. So white wants to have it like this. Yeah, that makes some sense also. Similar one. So I think this was a bit wrong direction. Most likely need to play from the other game, other side. Okay, I think at the moment it's good to just make here a pause. We are pretty far and move to the other game. Other game is Renadna, Sofiane, and Benjamin Dragonese. I need to just change names. Yeah. I'm just checking what is the situation at the moment. This game I check on a few moves and then I move to the review the other one. It feels like white have really big corners. And somehow it feels even. It doesn't feel like black is really behind. Top in the end is big. Bottom is like 25 almost. Then it feels like it's a game. Like, of course, I assume that white would like not try to kill. By the way, about Sofiane, I checked the rating. just before the. I think he's like he's not. He doesn't have a rating for 5 dan, but he's pretty strong. It's like close to. So. I see. I see. I feel like at this point, like if white would play like this, I think I like black more. But I'm not sure that white will really play like this, like really soft way. This one, like this situation, I don't see the follow-up also. Let's say we connect. It's not like white is successful. This is not good. I mean, you give the same amount of points in center than on the side. There is no point to play like this. I think extend by itself was better. So you need to maybe try to go really hardcore. Ah, maybe that's true. This also works. Like, I don't know which one to take. Let's say we take, and then here we can just capture. That makes it way easier. This is a huge blunder also by Benjamin, I think. This game becomes more and more interesting. Okay, let's go from the beginning. The sad thing is that this is a team tournament. If it would be like some kind of individual tournament, then yeah, then this victory would be really like inspiring, something like this. In team tournament, it works a bit different. Maybe even this board, I feel like that Renadna has the chances, but for you need to hope that two other people also will really overperform, and then in the end you can manage to finals. But I think just winning one game, like 4 dan against 7 dan, is already means a lot. This is big moves. Also defending corner on jump is completely normal. It's okay not to defend, but it depends on the style. If you like solid territory points, that looks good. Also, you have some follow-up afterwards at C. You can attack it a bit, like this way, and then connect under. So that's why you need this before. Maybe also you can play a bit more active and try to fight while you have a connection. So there is two options how you can consider afterwards to fight against white shape. Okay. This looks interesting. Don't know if it's good. Never saw this kind of shape, but looks okay. Wow. This came out. This more like a computer move. You need to know if it's good. Like, I'm kind of struggling to say. It's not. There is no easy way to punish it. Like if we play like this, then black shape is okay. And I took the easiest variation. I'm pretty sure maybe black has something even better. So maybe this cut, like if white cuts, this would be disaster. But I assume black would play here, and then white have two big problems: this cut and the stone on top. So it's not really easy. Otherwise, I think the easiest one is just to jump for white or to play here. And then black have to reinforce. And white also reinforces, yeah. This looks good for white a bit. But I think that's like not really problem at the moment. Like I would feel more comfortable a bit as white. Jump. Okay. Guess we also jump, yes. And just run away. I think this result is a bit better for white when you just run away like this. Yeah. And then, yeah, Keima looks simple. I think Benjamin is playing super simple this game. He's not trying something crazy. Maybe now, yeah, you just play here to see how black would react. Looks like the next usual move. Okay. I mean, now I guess black goes up. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's better just to play here, here, and leave. Just don't give that stones. I don't feel like giving up top stones. You cannot play, so you have to play this way. And this way it feels that situation is not as good now for black, because white already get, like white make his group stronger, get a lot of points, and still have attack. That's why I think here black should, maybe even on this Hane, something like jump would be the correct one. Like you cannot give up part of your group with no clear compensation. You are still under attack. So I think if you play like this, maybe Hane, and then just maybe some Tiger Mouse or just solid connection. This way it looks okay. Me still fighting. It's not clear what white gained from the attack. That looks good. This way white is happy to get a lot of points and continue to chase group. Yeah. We can cut. This I didn't think about. But does it really work? This looks like simple solution. And I don't think you can really fight against it. Maybe this is the game, I don't know. Like here, there is no easy solution about that at all. Whatever you would play, like in this case, I don't care if black would cut like this, my 3 stones. But I'm super interested as white to capture this area. If I can capture it, then in worst case I can even sacrifice the center. That's not a big deal. I mean, center sets, but happens. And like this, white is kind of cutting it, but not in a, like the order is wrong. I think here it would be okay to have it something like this. This is empty. Maybe empty is a dangerous one, but I think it doesn't look like. It would be something like here. Then you get part of the territory, corner becomes bigger. You can compare this corner to the game. Like if we compare this to the one we have here, somewhere here, that's a big difference by points. So I feel like Benjamin should exchange this before, maybe even before this one, maybe now. I think this way white is always happy to just capture this. And this was a good punch back for black to just try to cut while white didn't exchange it. It's my variation. So again, my variations have too many of those. And now black is alive with his group and he can build a lot of points. And it's even center. That's really, really good for black. From like questionable position, I would say like a bit worse, I think now black is good. It feels like black really changed everything here with that sequence. Okay. I saw this kind of variations with AI recently, something like this. This I saw. So, I mean, this exchange doesn't really matter, I guess. It's a bit too much, I feel like. This would be okay to just maybe don't even play this, just take the next big move. Maybe just play this one. It looks like you don't need to touch this group. This is already Jussieu more or less alive. If you want to play here, I think idea is to play this one. There's this, wait. There's this, and then you can attack like this. This is also looks good. Both are pretty good options. This is probably one of the reasons why Remadra is 4 down, that this kind of sequences is close to low down players. That you are playing where you really try to push. And this feels like white will counterattack somehow. And I feel like all this sequence, this here, yeah, black get a lot of points, but in the end, well, I was not even sure. Maybe white should just connect here and then play on the other stuff. There is still the cut here, which is super annoying. Or maybe you can play like this. This way. And then, for example, capture. Maybe this way is better a bit. But it feels like it's a bit too much still. For also white should push. White should push for sure and get this one. This is might be better. And then connect or just connect. But I feel like now situation is not like you get some points, but you lose the option to attack the group. This group really efficient, and now it feels like that left might be bigger because of that. Yeah. I also don't see it necessary to play here. Maybe you can go the same way. Like, group is not really in danger. You can connect like this, I guess, just to have center. Like, let's say we build some shape here. White is connected. I don't know. And then you get center to play the next big move. I think this way of thinking is better because in the end, M8 is a neutral point. Like if you don't really get a lot from it. But white also answered. Is it necessary? Black answered. White again answered. Yeah, and finally white took the big move. Okay. I mean, most likely I wouldn't answer that many moves here. I don't think, like in this game, I feel like this is a big group. You will not sacrifice it. It wants to run, but it's only one group. You will manage it somehow. You don't need to connect it. And then connection of the group makes your position stronger. But if you are connecting now, you have strong position but no points. That's why you want to kind of omit one move with connection, and then after that try to get a big move. This would be way more efficient from points view. Okay. I mean, I cannot imagine playing here. I think you have to play here. I don't really know, but I don't know what's really the problem here. Let's say this is you have. I think you can even kill it like this. This and this. This is that. I guess. It should be that. I already had this in my games. I think like this is that. Or not? Maybe not like this. But I think it should be that. Don't know how yet. But I will figure out. Maybe this way. This, and this. This is that. I think I already had this shape, so that's why I know. But this is most likely will be that, so you need to play this one. Okay. And I think this one we have seki. Not seki, ko. Like this. I'm just wondering, like, let's say we take something. I think maybe it's even okay to just, you get a huge endgame on top. I think this one, just capturing this way, giving up that stones, would be better. You also have center, so black capture stones. But black wasted a move, and now you can defend like big time your points. I don't know, let's say there's this, and maybe this. And then like this. And I feel like this is way better to just even play coder. Of course, if black would completely alive, then I think this would be not good. But here's a lot of reading. And to be honest, I think maybe black can be dead there, but I'm not sure. Something like this, this. Something like here. You can consider to kill it. But I'm not. You need to spend a lot of time for this. And this is forced. There is no connection. Then we play here, and then it's that shape inside. But maybe Benjamin is a bit relaxed and he's not really calculating for this. All fighting, like all till the end, the Tsume goes. And it feels like this is. In the end, it will be like this. It's like you give up half a corner in center. That's not looking good. I think now probably black already getting something more. So this is the game. Yeah, in the game, black decided to play core, and I think it's not necessary. Just better to capture. White wants to get this, okay. But if you capture, I think like white get nothing from it. Of course, getting this would be even better, but white have an option to have a core, and the core, like, it's like something. This way is the last equal street for white. Somehow, I don't know, but I feel like this was not successful for black, this core. Like, black didn't get that much. Maybe this way would be better. But it depends if you can really get something. Maybe this way would be better. Play like this, and honey. I'm not even sure. It's hard to say. And I feel like in the game it doesn't look so good. Yeah, you get few points, but in the end, it's not like critical. And this one is big and we need to kill. Well, this is a bit tough to say if it can live or not. I mean, probably it's alive. It's just the problem how it's alive. In a good way or so-so way. Maybe you can just start with this and play something like here, and then it looks good. Looks like almost alive. But maybe white will exchange this one, and now I mean probably is also alive with this kind of stuff with the same moves. But it's more like intuition. And by points, I will try to count fast. So it would be like 20 and 5. And 35. Something like this. It's 60 points. And black has more, I feel, if it's alive. It's 25. 20. It's also 20. 65 around. Maybe 65 plus. A bit more because of the end game here. I think I made an account like this. Which means probably there is more. I think here maybe it would be more than 25 plus, maybe until 30. And also I count this as a 0, but I don't know, maybe L18 later a problem. Oh, it's never a problem, I think. Like if we try it now, then we defend, and on this move we can play here. And then we cut. Or this one, maybe it's even better to just play here. So we can cut there. There is not a problem. Maybe a lot of cost risk, but that's it. This is the situation. Well, basically, maybe this way is better. Play like this. This can be the solution. Maybe not better, don't know. Hard to say. Or maybe he's really aiming to cut everything. Like this. It's not working. This way. Also, not really working. But maybe try to just live in this kind of way. I don't know. This is just worse. So yeah, so here I guess it would be like this. This capture, maybe making it I, but I think just Kema is better. Maybe Kema or some move here, like this. I can force black to capture inside, playing from outside. That's true, but I mean the problem. I see. You mean that about the other group? That's true. This one I didn't think about, but at the moment it's not clear. Can you make an eye or not? So maybe it will just take 2 or 3 extra points, but that's true. It can be possible that that would be some additional stuff. I don't know, few extra points in some cases, because also in some cases white black can be considered to can be connected. Yeah, this was a miscalculation. I think he expected to have this. And like now you have, I don't know if it's good, to be honest. This looks still pretty bad. Because you pay the huge price. You take that 3 stones, but then white get way more. It feels like black try to panic a bit and give some extra stone, give some extra points. Also now white can cut. Or you cannot cut. No, you can. Well, in the end also black made his shape a bit stronger. So now I guess it would be easier to live. But not really. So this exchange, you have to jump, but I think white get more a bit here. Something like this. Yeah, that feels like, I mean, white get extra 30. This is 30 extra. And black get extra 17 around. But black also get a, just, I think that I was considering that not white will build 30 there, I was considering that black will make something. I don't know how much, but I was thinking that black, it's like black is closer to make points by leaving. And this exchange, also I don't think the point, I think if you already given up the stones, then Atari would help you. Then yeah, you capture them. And then this way is way better to give them up. It feels like some sacrifice, like decent sacrifice, and then you have, it's just more, like anyway they're dead. Yeah. And now, yeah, this is the game. And I think this one already Benjamin will win by some points. Maybe you can play here, here, and here. And then I guess game on. Or maybe cut. If it's possible to play. I guess it's possible. Just to avoid that semi-dori that you just, to avoid the problem with L18, I think that's okay to play that. And then try to get also S15. Okay. I mean, here it would be long game. I think here I have a feeling that at this point it looks like Benjamin still need to try to play a good endgame in order to win the game. So let's go to the other game with Juan Inseonk and Lucas Neirynck. So a bit more moves. By the way, the time settings is 40 minutes and 20 seconds additionally. So I'm just thinking about the time they have. I played 120 moves, 60 moves per player. So additionally, 60 moves is 20 minutes. And they are playing for 2 hours. It means they have around less than 5 minutes both. This is already looks like some blitz. Not the same blitz like you play online, but very similar. Like there is a lot of, let's say, luck in this situation. And everything can happen. So we stopped somewhere here. I thought he would extend, but in reality he didn't. He played... oh no, he did. I was considering that there is the next move should be here, just to reinforce the shape, and maybe to, I don't know, hope to some cut or something like here still. But this one, okay. This one gives like really nice move for black, like push, and then you can attack in center, you can this one, and this feels that shape-wise black is a bit happy. Black is trying to attack the whole group. And playing endgame. Okay. I feel like I really want to exchange this. This. And then, okay. Then you can play this. There is problems in this shape. Yeah, like here I would even consider this one. And, well, this one just few points. This one is also some points. Maybe you can just cut. It looks like some decent amount of points. If you can get it like this, then you can also get Atari afterwards, and then it looks even better. Jump, connection. Okay, so we start to play kind of endgame. I think top is bigger than this, just by points. How many points it is? It's like 8 plus something, maybe 12. I'm pretty sure top is bigger. I'm 100% sure it's bigger. And this way, this capture can only be bigger if white is locally not alive. But I don't believe in that, so I think just capturing that stone is for sure bigger. And this way, black also come back there. Black built extra like 3 plus some follow-up, and if white would play there, it's like 12. So it's like 15 points that move. Plus 3, and plus some possibility to capture. I think it's like close to 15, 16, maybe 17. And this is more like 10. It depends, again, if the group is not alive. So, yeah, I think here Lucas fight back a few points. Now maybe it's a good idea to cut. It's white turn. Then maybe connect. Yeah, connecting here. Or maybe exchanging this one would be not bad. Or I think maybe he's afraid that black will give, but it is like a lot to give, to be honest. So I think black would retreat. Yeah. I will try to count points because the game by itself becomes closer. And yeah, now it's time to just count. This is around 30. 12. This I don't know, even 8, I guess. Maybe 8 with the whole stuff. So it's 50, it's easy. And black. It's like 25 plus center. I don't know what is this plus. And here, it's 20. Black needs to build more than 10 points in center. Like, it's not really you need to build more than 10, you need to get more than white in center by more than 10. So like this, white also get like 5. So it means that now you need to get 15 in center. And it's more like impossible. Yeah, I think here white is leading way, like white is way ahead. Probably by capturing c2 would be better, like by giving up c2 and capturing top would be better, but it doesn't really matter. I feel like that the game is not close. Yeah. Somehow black really, I feel like white managed to make this game in a way really small, and some of the moves like here, which are not giving points, in the end was a problem. Like in the end black didn't manage to use this kind of move, and afterwards also from this attack it's not like black get anything. You see, it's like in the end white is just running to the territory, black gets some exchanges, but it's not like you gain points. That's why I wanted from the beginning to play something like moves like here to maybe make this area bigger. Maybe this would be that extra 10 points that you are like missing. And then we will see what will be the situation. But I think this should be like the thinking, because let you inside your territory like here, it makes the game complicated, but by itself, Juan is pretty strong player. He doesn't really die with the groups. You don't get that much extra. In this situation, I don't think you get anything extra, to be honest. And white is really happy to create a live group in this area to limit some points. And now this wall by itself, it's pretty solid, but in the end of the game, near another alive group, that doesn't give you that much profit. You cannot get also the same 10 points extra from the wall right now. It's with one move, you cannot enclose anything here. And afterwards, we will see that, yeah, I think this... And I don't think white needs to do something in this game. I would just play simple. This group is alive or not? Yeah, you need to live, okay. By itself, like, I think it's impossible by points to come back. It's too big difference. So it's 52. Yeah, it's too big. So there should be something happening. Like there should be some blunder or something else. I think now white would play something like this. Looks like center, and then most likely just play here. just to be sure everything is alive. Or even making an eye here also would be nice. This I like even more. Just maybe you don't need even Atari in this case. Maybe you do? No, you don't need. You can just play here. And this is an eye? Yeah. Where is there the website? Yeah, I will give you one. 1 second. Here is the website. Also, there is some additional, if you're like cheering for some team, there is like a bit more boards broadcasting. I think on on OGS it's like 4, so you can try to find it. I'm not sure, but I think it was yesterday. It was 4. Today I didn't pay attention, but I think it's 4. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. And this is the game. White just defended. White in this case like happy. I think White feels like he wins, and yeah, it's not like something can happen. I feel like this is already, well, I also understand Lucas. He wants to play. He wants to win. I would also not resign at this point. But the idea that maybe 20, 30 more moves, Black will realize that there is no cash. And there is no way. Yeah. Yeah, there is some more games. And I want to then go to a Benjamin game against Renadna and see what is the situation here. To just switch names. They are kind of playing faster. The game is almost over. And I will try to... White get all end game, it feels like. White gets a move here. White managed to cut. White managed to cut here, which was center for black. Yeah, I think that's probably happens when the difference is like endgame is probably the weakest part. When you go with 4 done against 7 done, I think endgame is a problem. So now I can count exact. It would be 15, 20, 25. This one. It's around 50. It's 16. I count a bit less. I count in a way that it's black, or that black have to play inside. So it would be less than usually. Usually you would count more points, but in fact you need to finish all inside. So it was 16 plus 25 plus 50, it's 90 points for black. And for white, 14, 6, it's 20 in total. $31 and a half with pairs. It would be 63 plus 20. Game is still close. It's pretty close. So it was 83 or 90. That was just giving up a half a point. Probably that's already like they might have more points. 7.5 Komi. It's I think this one will finish close. I think it will be something like half or 2.5 for white, I think. Or maybe maybe black will show some magic in game. Because I count like 90 that black get this one. Black didn't get this one. Also, I count it's like this. The black will place 3 moves inside. But also, if you place 3 moves inside, it means that white might get some extra points outside, which is also some kind of points. So yeah, and also you give half a point here. And I think these rules, like French rules, are very close to Chinese. And in this case, we also take the liberties. And then this kind of core, I feel like white would have more cost rates at the end. So this kind of core might be also a problem afterwards. But everything can happen still. Like half point or something, it's not really, like the game is still not decided. I just assume that white have more chances. Usually even my counting is not exact to say that someone is winning by like clearly half point or something. Especially when I'm streaming. Maybe if I spend like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes in a game when I really want to, maybe. Now I'm not sure. By the way, here we need to answer. I have to play here. Otherwise, that can be really painful. For example, if we take a move something else, we will get Atari, then we will get here. We have to leave, we have to defend, and then afterwards there might be some semi-doria that you need to defend at least once there. So yeah, it feels like you better to play here, and it's 1 point center, plus you destroy a lot of possibilities. Yeah, no, wait, white plate here. Okay. Now I think black should just exchange this and then come back. Or it depends how white would play, but I think it doesn't really matter. So something like this will happen. In the game, black defended and white got the last point, and now I think most likely it's not enough. Where is Stanislav when we need him? Yeah. I think you know, with Stanislav he can count so exact, but from the other side there is more, I don't know, surprise who will win. I still assume that even if this game is even, this is my personal feeling. Let's say the game is even and we don't know. Sometimes even I don't know who will win. So I assume that white have some edge because of the experience and finishing the games like this. I'm just wondering why is white is really trying hard to win the score. It's any way you need to. defend. There's no like other options. No, I think it's good for white. Yeah, I think white will win this by count again, and I think, yeah. So I count here. Here is not 50; it's 46. After white gets S1, and this way it would be 20, 46, and 16, something like this. And 20, 46, and 16 it's not enough. It's not, wait, 20, 46, and 16. It's not enough. It's would be something around 80, and white also have around 80. So it's not close. It's like, I think I was counting like around here that white, there was two big moves. It was S1 and N13, and black did take it N13, but I count that black will also get S1, and in this case it feels like that game was not as close. But I feel like here the idea that what went really wrong, this was like black just panic that he cannot leave. But I think if you just play here first, just keeping in mind that you have that combo, or at least the other option would be maybe to use the other order. Maybe it also would help, but I think just defending first would be like, I don't know if there is an eye, but it's always better to leave than just to connect. And this exchange in the end feels like gives white too much. And I feel like that's why in theory white won. Because just like that territory in the center was more like 30 points. And now in the end it's more like, I mean, black get this, black get some centers, I think. So white decided to answer here. Okay. By the way, here you can also defend in this way, but maybe there is something which I'm missing. No, really, I don't know why he didn't want to defend like this. That was weird, because now you can get the biggest move. There is problems. Maybe there is problems with the cut, but then you can just turn. That's also okay. Or let's say you can play it like this to be sure that there is no cut. And this way you get way more points. Yeah, white can get this, but it's not really clear if it's minus or plus. And this way maybe it would be possible, because it felt still okay last time, but somehow I count in the end it was not. So I feel like, yeah, this connection probably was a problem. Yeah, and this way it's just better in any case. You will have it like this, and then, yeah, white will get that one, but now you have center, and then you can consider maybe play something like here or something. This way, yeah, this looks like amazing. And just playing extra endgame might be enough. To be honest, I'm not sure it's really enough, but probably it should be. Yeah, and here I feel like after this exchange, it went really not good. But by itself, this black's played pretty decent. You know, you cannot really hope that all your moves would be the best. That's not realistic. Yeah, white took, black took, and now it's over, and the result is would be, yeah, white +7 plus comma in this case. Yeah, something like this I count from second time. So I think here Benjamin won. So in this case, Marcel also, I guess Marcel is winning because, I mean, you need to have a miracle there here to just to win. The rating difference is too big. But anyway, I think this is pretty good performance from Renadna. Like, well, he was very close. I assume that just not giving up these center stones and then, you know, just don't make mistakes in endgame because you can. Black was probably ahead by like 5 to 10 points. At that point, I feel still like when you capture. And yeah, when white capture that, game becomes even. And I think Benjamin in endgame played a bit better. He gets one extra move by connecting here at A and then at B, and then also managing in center to play like these two moves, and then the situation is becomes just good for white. Okay, here we can stop. So Benjamin won, and let's go to Juan game. Yeah, this one, Juan and Lucas Neirynck. Yeah, they're still playing. Black captured the corner. Black is playing a lot of good endgame, I see. Black is trying a lot. Here is both players left for 5 minutes. When you play endgame, usually in Fisher time, the time just appears from nowhere. You play some exchanges and that's it, and then suddenly you have a lot of time. So here it's clear the borders, how it will be in the end. I guess it would be something like this. I don't know, maybe like this. It's like 22. I'm trying to get max for black. 22, 5, which I didn't count before. Maybe 3. White got also that one. 22, so 25, 5. And 20. So in total it's 45 for black. And for white, is more than 45, I count. Like close to 45, but a bit more. It's like 47, I count. And this way, it would be also around Kwame, I feel. Also, it's whites to play, so now the biggest move, to be honest, I don't know, maybe blocking here looks big. Also, capturing the stones looks super big. Whatever white would do, it doesn't matter. Yeah, white play in the game just capturing stone. Yeah. Now, when I count white, I didn't really add this stone, so it was like 47 without this. And I feel like now black maybe get this one. Which one did black play? Oh, this one, okay. Then also white will get the next big move, which would be here. This is also the big move. Because afterwards, if we do something, let's say, then we can get this one in center and get some points in center also. And that makes in some cases you can also hope to get like this exchange and destroy the points there. So like in center, you can hope to get it. So far we are here. And when both players have around 5 minutes, then there is no real way that you can make a blunder. That's why I like this kind of. I don't know why it wants to play here. I don't know. What? No. Somehow it's jumping for me. I don't know why. I don't know where the real position. We try to make it like this. Maybe also. No, here's real position. Maybe also there is some scribing things, like, but I don't think there is. Like sometimes there might be some problems, but here it's working well. It was just OGS jumping for me. Yeah, it looks like one's on playing also good endgame. It's not like he's making mistakes. I think in reality, I think B that play Lucas is like 1 or 2 points smaller than A. And Juan is taking the biggest points. Like A and C was the biggest, and he took both of those. So step by step, it's even not getting closer, it's going further a bit. I think this was very good game by Van Insong. It felt like, in reality, it felt like there was no real chance for black. And reason for that black really plays some slow moves in center and then didn't really get anything from it. I think I can just go back a few seconds. So this was one. And I'm also starting to think maybe in this position also jumping is not really that necessary. Maybe like it's okay to jump, but you need to use it afterwards in some really powerful way, like try to attack and something. But just jumping by itself, I feel this would be more interesting if to play like this. Something like here, take the base, try to fight from the other side. Then this way the game would be more interesting. When black played so many solid moves, it feels like the game is close, but in reality it's very difficult to win. I already faced a lot of these situations where you are kind of close and it feels like it's a bit and you will win, but it's not really the case. I think here maybe there is other moves, not really. By the way, this was pretty big also. Maybe defending was really important to just exchange at some point, but here, yeah, black should take. Maybe also capture. No, capture is just 2 points. Then maybe connecting here would be good. It's 2 points in center. 1 point in center. No, a bit more than one. A bit more than one. So yeah, this one looks better, the best one. I don't know. I think from the tournament view, if Lucas is not winning, then it's also really most likely then Grenoble will be in final, and then we will have for the next round that will start also pretty soon. We will have most likely Grenoble against Marseille, and that would be super interesting. It would be like some 7 dans playing each other, 7 and 8 dans. That's always exciting. Didn't know Neirynck still plays. I mean, why not? It's a club tournament, and I would be happy if he would play more. I don't know. I think in Europe, Do you know when the final start? The final will start at 1:30, so 13:30. So it will be in 1.5 hours from now. I would be super happy if Incheon could play more, because in Europe there is no clearly like all players are pretty strong, and in the end it's okay to lose sometimes if you are showing a good results in average, let's say. And I think he's still capable to show a good, reasonable results in a lot of tournaments. Maybe not winning everything, but still showing, it's like playing good tournaments, having fun. I think that's important time to time. Yeah. Benziro and Sionk, yes. That would be the pairing most likely. I feel like Benziro and Sionk will have edge, but still, I think that's like maybe 60 on 40 or something. And Tongi Motoki, I guess, well, I don't know. I think this is their personal matchup. Sometimes they have similar rating. Sometimes with similar rating you have 50-50. Sometimes it can be 8-1. So I don't know the score between them. And also, I don't know how strong is. I saw a few games of Dennis. I didn't see a lot. I think he played the Grand Slam qualification and he was really close to go to the Grand Slam, like a third player from France. But yeah, it's 4 and 6, yes. I see. So there would be 5 done against 6 done on third board. That's also pretty interesting. By the way, do you know in the final round, do you stream the first boards from the final, or just also the some boards from? Because I don't know. I feel like it would be good to stream like Tongi against Motoki and Ben against Incheon. The final should be good if it would be streamed. Yeah. Anyway, we can just think about that later. At the moment, they are finishing, and I mean, I think in this game, like to my perspective, Black played good, like from technical point of view, but by decisions, just Juan Xiong just played a bit better. Grenoble has a slight advantage of Thames ranking. That's true. That's true. I think I can also show how it will be. So it would be. So it would be Juan Incheon and Tremad. Oh no, Juan Incheon and Benjamin Dragonezia. Noguchi Motoki Tongeli Calve. Xi Dong against Karadaban Denis. Noir Baptiste against Mezoar Abdallah. And Imantura Conjures against Lextrel Cesar. Meanwhile, I think a lot of boards are even, like 3 and 4. The boards 4 and 5 are completely even by ranks. I don't know, 4 done against 6 done. I don't know. Maybe Cardamom has an edge, but I think four games are most likely even, and only one game. Board disappear. Yeah, only one board has some advantage from Grenoble, so it's everything can happen. Last year, because lost by half point to Ben beat Motoki. Okay. Was last year, do you know, was it last year also Juan's playing or not? Or he played, or he beat Tongi? Or there was no Tongi? No, should be playing, I guess. Because it's interesting. Like, it feels like something like I feel like their boards are by rating, and I think last year Tongi was a bit stronger. I see. But maybe, I know that, for example, in some leagues, you put players just straightly by rating, but in some leagues are not. It's allowed that like 3 dan can be higher than 5 dan. It's weird, but some people even have the tactics like this, so can be useful, in fact. Yeah. So basically, Marseille's plan is to win second, fourth, and fifth step. I think you underestimate Benjamin. Last tournament, when there was a tournament um, in Poland, Benjamin beat 8 dan professional, and that 8 dan professional is active. Like 8 dan professional, it was a woman, but she's active and she's winning. She has very good winning rate against like Korean woman in Korean women league. I think she's not the strongest, but like I don't know, maybe 10, top 20 Korean women. Yeah, it feels like by rating, and it feels that she's pretty strong. I saw also her games, and if Benjamin can beat this kind of 8 Pro, I think most likely he also can beat in Zong. Like not in regular basis, but it's one game. You know, I don't think also Benjamin can beat that 8 Pro consistently. It's but you have a decent chances, and I'm pretty sure he will not resign soon. He will show all he has. Yeah, but I'm really, really excited how it will happen and what we will see. I don't think, by the way, I don't think Go players are shaking from the fear ever. Go players learned all by all career to also lose sometimes. I mean, it's painful to lose, but you have to learn how to do it. So I think you also don't think that you will lose. It just, yeah, maybe shaking from cold, yes, but I don't think there is any fear. It will be like it will be. You just want to win. In the end, you try to make maximum. If it doesn't work, then yes, it's unlucky. Happens. I think I will comment first and second table in that finals. I think yes. But it depends what the broadcasters will broadcast. But I think for the final, most likely they will broadcast first and second table. Maybe if there would be a third table also from this game, I would also could take a look on the third game. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't know just how many games. I think right now when there is semifinals, it's like important to see the whole teams. But when there is a final, you know, the playing for the third place is not as interesting as to playing to see what is really going on in the final and who will get the title this year. Yeah. So they're finished. My guess was 7 points for white or something. Oh, it's closer. It's 4.5. Then maybe I didn't count. Yeah, correct. It's 4.5 for white. Well, anyway, I think that's good performance from Juan and Song, and I don't think that like endgame was really decisive moment. I think here most likely just some slow moves in beginning, and I think afterwards Juan just played pretty good by making the center just to make it close to 0. And now when you see the center is 0, that slow moves, white get a lot of cash in the beginning, and that cash just is just enough to win. Yeah. Okay, so I think for the moment I will stop the broadcast and hope to see you. I think the round on OGS will start at 1:30, and then you can follow. 1 second. I want to give a link of where you can follow the games in case. Where you can follow the games in case like I will start half. Yeah, accounts. Yeah, thanks for accounts. I wanted to send it. So yeah, it's accounts on OGS, and you can check the games there. And I think I will start the stream like around half hour after the games will start, and then I will just try to continue and go live until they will finish. So yeah, have a break, and hope to see you in like 2 hours around.